Do you dream of a better life, but still spend hours scrolling, avoiding the work you know you should do? Well, Maya did. Her friends called her the most ambitious, lazy person they had ever met. Her notebooks were full of plans, business ideas, and goals, but her days were full of delay. Every single night she would whisper to herself, "What is wrong with me?" Guilt sat in her chest like a stone, while her dreams floated just out of reach. She thought she lacked discipline, willpower, maybe even talent. But she was wrong. One tiny habit, so small it almost felt like cheating, will quietly turn everything around, a habit most ambitious people never discover, and almost no one actually uses. It was late evening in Maya's small room. Her laptop glowed on the desk, full of unread emails and half-finished documents. On the wall above it, a crowded vision board shouted in bright colors, "Dream big, hustle hard." There were pictures of places she wanted to go, the life she wanted to live. But Maya wasn't at the desk. She was lying on her bed, phone in hand, her thumb scrolling without thinking. Outside, city lights blinked and cars moved steadily through the streets. Inside, she felt heavy, frozen, like her body was made of stone. "I should start," she thought. But every single task looked like a mountains, so she whispered, "Just a few more minutes," and kept scrolling into nothing. Ever since she was in school, Maya had carried big dreams like secret treasures. She wanted to start a business, learn skills no one in her family had, and finally give her parents the comfortable life they never asked for but always deserved. She bought online courses during sales, saved motivational videos, and filled notebook after notebook with detailed plans and timelines. On some days, a wave of intense motivation would hit her. She'd sit for hours, working furiously, convinced that this time, everything would change. But then, the energy would crash. One rest day became a week of avoidance, then two. Each unfinished attempt cut a little piece from her self-belief. "Maybe I'm just lazy," she told herself, even though her heart burned with ambition. So many of us spend our entire lives in this quiet loop, huge dreams. No consistent action, never discovering what is really holding us back. One afternoon, after weeks of this cycle, she opened an email and felt sick. She had missed a major application deadline for a program she'd always wanted, simply because she couldn't make herself start earlier. After reading the rejection email, Maya's eyes blurred with tears. All her excuses rose up in her mind, but this time they sounded empty, even to her. Tired of hearing herself say, "next time," she grabbed her keys and walked downstairs to visit Mr. Sharma, her older neighbor, a retired teacher who ran a small shop. He had watched her rush with ideas, then stall over and over again. Sitting across from him, she finally whispered, "I have so many dreams, but I'm lazy. I think I'm broken." He didn't laugh or scold. He just smiled and said, "You're not broken. You're just carrying your dream the wrong way." He asked her to return the next morning with her biggest dream written on a piece of paper. What he planned to show her was simple, but no ambitious person is ever truly taught it. The next morning, Maya walked back to the little shop, clutching a folded paper with her biggest dream written on it. Mr. Sharma led her to a small back room. On the table were two boxes. One was big, taped up and heavy, with the words, "Your Dream" written in bold marker. The second one was tiny and almost empty, labeled "Today." He asked her to lift the big box and carry it to the door. Maya bent down, gripped it, and tried to move, but her arms shook and she quickly gave up, her cheeks burning with embarrassment. Then he pointed to the small box. "Now this one." She picked it up with one hand, almost laughing at how light it was. "This is your problem," he said softly. "Every day, you try to carry the big box in your mind, all the pressure, the expectations, the perfect result. Your brain calls it danger and runs to your phone. For just 5 minutes right now, carry it only today. Do one tiny piece of that dream. Only 5 minutes." Nothing more. She stared, suddenly very quiet. Maya sat at the small desk and did exactly what he said. For 5 minutes, She worked on one tiny piece of her dream, one short paragraph, one organized folder, one lesson watched to the end. To her surprise, once she started, the weight in her chest loosened. It felt possible in a quiet, gentle way. Mr. Sharma watched her, then said, "You see? Your problem was never laziness. It is overwhelm, fear of failing, and perfectionism hiding behind the words. I'll start when I feel ready." He tapped the big box and the little one. "Stop trying to carry this. Each day, only carry this. Make your actions so small, your resistance has nothing to fight." He taught her to choose one tiny daily action, attach it to her morning tea or breakfast, and track small check marks on paper. Weeks turned into months, and Maya kept her quiet promise. Every day after breakfast, she sat at her desk for just 5 minutes. Many days, those 5 minutes stretched into 20 or 30. On some tired mornings, she did only the minimum and then gently closed her notebook. But she never broke the chain completely. Page by page, her project slowly took shape. Her calendar and journal filled with small check marks, proof that she was someone who showed up. The girl who once lay in bed, scrolling through guilt and self-judgment, now ended her evenings with a calm mind and a sense of progress. Her dreams were still big, but she carried them one small box at a time, daily. If you feel ambitious but lazy, maybe you're just trying to lift your whole dream every single day. Today, choose one tiny action you can do for just 5 minutes and write it in the comments as your promise to yourself. If this story helped you, like, share, and subscribe, and remember, great futures grow from small steps, starting now in your own life.